Hello out there, everywhere, wherever you might happen to be, and welcome to SpeedGaming for the kickoff of the brackets of the 2021 main Link to the Past Randomizer Tournament. My name is Tyler Salt. I am joined in the booth by Swedish Arctic Fox. My friend, how are you?
Yeah, I'm great, and I'm psyched about this. It's gonna be a real awesome matchup.
Yep, we've got Ninban on the left versus Walter the Fourth on the right. We got hard standard for you, as it will be throughout the tournament, has been all the way through groups. Really excited to kick off brackets, the single elimination bracket here. And we're going to go in here in just a few minutes.
Yeah, and it's gonna be interesting to see what the starting item is gonna be. I'm hoping a little bit of that Burna. It's always hard to start with that and see if they can farm for bombs.
Yeah, that bot looking for bombs in standard is always the tricky part, but we shall see whether they get them or not. We got some burn a start here. You're looking for. I always like a good bow start. Let's get there as fast as we can. You get a prediction there in the Twitch chat. If you want to make that prediction, spend some of those channel points. Why don't you?
Yeah, bow start is always interesting, and I mean that can mean early Eastern dip.
Always good, especially if it's a pendant.
Yeah, that can make a difference. You never know.
We've got Bandman25 pushing the buttons and tracking for us today, and thanks to Drossi for setting up the restream. And yeah, we should be underway momentarily. And away we go. The chest is a secret to everybody for the next 5 seconds or so. Then we'll all know what it is. It's 5 rupees. We're 1% of the way to Zora money. Good job, everyone.
Yeah, and always nice to have a little bit of money for that bottle vendor.
Yep, that was an early map check. We saw, I believe it was Crystal, Eastern Crystal Hera, and a green pendant on Desert Palace. So we drop into the secret passage and see what the uncle has for us today. It is the Cane of Samaria. So you were close.
Yeah, just the wrong color. But yeah, that cane is kind of interesting to start as well.
It didn't gotta be Cane, but it was.
Ooh, a nice bomb drop there on the guard.
Oh, very good. So we're going to get bombs from the guard pack. We are in business through this escape sequence. While these runners are getting started here, let me tell you a little bit how they got to this point in the tournament. Ninban qualified 8th overall and won Group W. He beat DJ Darkwing D2-0 in the first round and similarly swept Vortex of Doom in round 2, winning that group. Walter qualified 124th overall. Lost his first round matchup in Group L to Hitzayan, was able to fight back, beat Duke Firebird 2-0 and Bonta 2-1 to secure his spot in the brackets.
Yeah, I saw Walter's game there, and it was really interesting against the Bonta matches there.
All right, wall kicks. Well, then you got to take that up with Challenge then. So disregard. Walter has a bit of a, a clearly insurmountable lead at this point, having a little bit of a cleaner clear of that first key guard.
Yeah, and it's always a nice, calm start when you do this escape sequence.
Yeah, it gives you gives you a little bit to kind of get into the game, you know, remember how the buttons work and everything like that, kind of get into the swing of things. Nice to get that right away. And we see different stats here. Ninman going for the double pot strat while they're using one pot and a couple Samaria blocks to take down the ball and chain guard. Pretty comparable time-wise.
Yeah, but it was understandable. Ninban had a little less mana there, so you have to save it for that key rat.
Yeah, there are opportunities to pick up some small magic pots in the dark rooms of Hyrule Castle here during the escape sequence, but they are a little bit out of the way, so it would be preferable to have enough Samaria to deal with that key rat, the true final boss of the escape sequence.
Yeah, and I'm guessing we're gonna see them killing a lot of ropes just to get them some more bombs for CAC, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's possible. Depend on how many Samaria shots they have. You know, Walter picking up another bomb drop there from one of the guards using a pot. Pretty smart.
Yeah, it's always nice to use the pots when you don't have an item that, yeah, you have to like refill the magic to use.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's see if either our runners decides to farm some ropes for some bombs. Ninban does, uses a couple. We'll get one bomb for his trouble. Walter got a drop there, but unfortunately it was right in the doorway, and so he ended up walking right through it. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, but they both have 2 bombs now, so 1 bomb for the back, and I'm guessing 1 on blind, and hoping for more bombs down there.
Yeah, you could go that direction, or if you really wanted, you could go to the bombable hut in about the lower left-hand corner of Kakariko. But hopefully we get some more bombs either in the back here or in Lost Woods. If you don't, we might see one of our runners save and quit and go towards Kakariko the southern way. There's 300 rupees, so we can buy some more bombs if we want. And there's your Cane of Burna, so you were almost right. We did get Cane of Burna in Escape.
Yeah, we did. Well, it's only fun with Burna in the beginning of Escape. Otherwise, it's not that fun. It's only just that Cane of Samaria that's a bit more fun to have the rest of the game.
That's absolutely right. Samaria start out of Escape just over 6 minutes for both of our runners. That is pretty dang good. And both of them walking out of Sanctuary, headed over towards Lost Woods.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a loaded Kakariko here.
Yeah, lots of choices right away can be fun. Ninban getting bullied by these green guards.
You have to be a little bit careful. Just 1 more hit of those guards and he's gone.
Then the tree pole comes through with some hearts and we're fine.
Nice save.
Need that. Let's pick up that glove somebody left in the mushroom spot of Lost Woods. Neither runner giving us a lumberjack check. We get a lead change there with Walter skipping that piece of heart. Of course, this is the hard item pool, so eventually those pieces of heart and heart containers will turn into green 20s once our runners hit 14 hearts total. I thought maybe with the low number of bombs, our runners might do a save and quit, but looks like they're going to try to farm some. There is a 50-50 bomb rock over there. Walter, maybe not sure which one it is. He's going to farm up another bomb or two. Ninban was able to get a 4-bomb drop off of one of the guards, it seems. And there's that for Walter as well. There's one of those green 20s, a Moon Pearl, a normal red 20, and another one.
Oh, so only one item left for Dark World access here.
Yeah. Just looking for the hammer or another glove for Dark World access here in the 9th minute. You love to see that. Make these runners make a bunch of choices right away. That's what we want to see.
Yeah, it's always fun to see them go left and right and like do everything, and just not the same things.
Yeah, that's what makes it really interesting to watch. Harder to tell who's ahead, but we do get more information faster, a lot more entertaining. The Whale comes through with a sword, one of 3 that we will see today. One of a maximum of 3, of course. There's our hammer. We got Dark World access at 9 minutes, folks.
Oh my god. Yes.
All right, so if you are our runners, are you going to do what Ninban is doing and go straight into Village of Outcasts here?
Yeah, I think that's a smart choice. You can full clear Thieves Town, and with that burn, it's not gonna be a hard blind fight.
I might do what Walter is doing here and finish out Kakariko before heading into the Dark World here, just to limit the number of trips that you're going to need to make there. We've got a red crystal at Thieves and Pod and pendant at Skull and Ice today.
And Ninban is going to Skullwood, so we're gonna get a check here, hopefully to find some items.
Yeah, with that Cane of Samaria makes it real easy. As Walter pulls the flippers out of the tavern. I like to treat these Skullwoods checks as overworld checks and check them every time when I get through, especially if it's a pendant, frankly. We get one of the 2 items right away there with a heart container. And having the Cane of Samaria makes checking this, the middle chest in Skullwoods much easier.
Yeah, just a piece of heart there on the library.
Nope, and there's a bottle. Walter thinks about saving and quitting, but hesitates, decides to go back and grab that bottle with the free red goo in it. Our first.
Yeah, and this can mean that he's gonna check Sick Kid, and after that, maybe also head over to the Dark Well.
Yeah, we'll see whether he goes up that way or whether he ends up doing a save and quit and doing a more traditional South Shore check first. Having flippers, knowing that he's got the flippers and is less than 100 rupees shy of Zora money, might push him to do that. He is walking on a race game, though, so presumably he's at least going to check Sick Kid here.
Yeah, it's gonna be a far-off check if he doesn't do it now, so I think it's smart just to check it.
KLO in chat saying, on the one hand, you have a lot of choices now. On the other hand, you have a lot of choices now. That is a whole mood. It can be pretty overwhelming when the seat opens up this wide, this early. Sick Kid has a bow for us. Hey now, Stackerico.
Yeah, well, it looks of it, Walter is heading up to Dark World here as well, but with a bow and flippers.
All right, items-wise, all we get in Skullwoods is that one full heart container. Our runners are not going to turn that down out of a chest, of course, capped at 14 hearts and green mail in the hard item pool here. Both of our runners jumping into the Dark World super early. We had access in the 10th minute there. Up on Bumper Ledge, we have a Master Sword. Good knowledge for Ninban.
Yeah, and I'm guessing Walter is gonna check that after he checked the skull woods here. So that's really nice information to have.
Yeah, absolutely. Going to be interesting to see when Ninban is going to make his way back to those Kakariko Village checks. The bottom half of Kakariko coming up with 2 unique items: the bow or 3, I guess, if you count the bottle. The bow, the bottle, and the flippers. So big gets for Walter. Ninban is going to have to make his way over there before too long. If he lets those sit there for too long, going to be difficult to come back.
Yeah, the best thing you can hope for here is a mirror.
Oh, and there it is. That's a big break for
What?
Ninban. Burn the witch.
What happened just there?
All right, well let's do a full clearable Crystal Thieves Town, shall we?
Yeah, a nice easy dungeon, and of course with that Burna, it's gonna be an easy boss fight as well. I'm guessing they're gonna do the script, but if they fail with it, they have the Burna.
Things get out of hand. Yeah, things get out of hand. You can always use Burna there. But with that hammer, full clearable.
Yeah, always nice to go in here and have that hammer. A lot of runners just hate to go in there and skipping one check.
Yeah, it never feels good to skip that big chest. It probably feels worse than it actually is to skip that check, but it is what it is. All right, that was 1 item in the front for Ninban.
Arctic foxes, yeah, they're not made out of wood, but we live in the wood, yeah.
Good to know. I guess the real question is, do you weigh the same as a duck?
Well, that is a good question.
Walter is also going to get that knowledge of the Master Sword on Bumper Ledge, and then head back down into the Village Outcast. Going to get his mirror at Chess Game and follow Ninban into Thieves Town.
Yeah, only on 2 heart shells. I have to be a little bit careful.
Now down to 1 heart there after getting hit by a spike in the switch room. These little grasshoppers here do 2 hearts on Green Mail. I have died to these an embarrassing number of times. These 2 runners are both better at this than me, but still can be a little scary. They move around, do a lot of RNG, and Ninban wisely using the Cane and Burn there, and is rewarded with a fire rod. So, do you want to go gamble Mothula?
Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad of a choice here, actually.
It certainly makes you think, right? I probably wouldn't. Here, you already went in there. I don't want to double dip a pendant dungeon. But I tell you what, if I had decided to do Thieves Town first, I would have been awfully tempted to full clear that pendant skull, getting that fire rod so early.
Yeah, absolutely. But you never know. Maybe they want to do something different just to get ahead. They are both good runners, and they're hoping for. Oh, and there's the Master Sword.
Good lord. And not finding that small key, we are able to avoid the big chest. We know the small key has to be in there because it can't be on blind. We know where 3 of our 4 swords are. One of them's on a bumper ledge, so we'll see whether our runners find the cape and whether they want to make that trip up there just for the tempered sword. Watch Blind have the cape.
Yeah, that would be insane, yeah. Nice scripted fight here by Ninban.
Took a couple of hits there in phase 3, but able to recover. Just 3 bombs on a blind, but that is crystal number 1 at the 18-minute mark for Ninban. Walter hot on his heels. Question in chat, why can't blind have a small key? Well, she has no pockets. But also, it's because if blind had a small key, then you would be able to lock yourself out of part of the dungeon. So the key logic always assumes that you use your keys in the stupidest possible way, and so that's why blind is not allowed to have a key.
Yeah, and if you get an early hammer in a seed, you'll almost ever know that that big chest is not gonna hold anything. Ninban picking up his flippers there.
I do like being able to combo CAC and Village of Outcasts like this. Oh, and there's our other bow!
Wow.
What even is this seed? If you wanted a hype start to brackets, a quick start to brackets, you got it here. Look at all these trackable items we have before the 20-minute mark.
Yeah, we have a lot of items, and I'm guessing it means that we're gonna have an ice rod hunt in the end.
Yeah, no, like ice rod hunt looming. Got a potential medallion hunt looming. Ninban trying to steal the race game item. Can't do that. Actually, got to play the game. Sorry, Ninban. Oh, can't even do it that way. You have to go through. You have to go through the building, or at least mirror on the other side of the girl.
Walter picking up his first crystal.
Dig game, please. Come on. All that for a piece of heart. Ridiculous.
Yeah, we get that extra text box also in the end.
Ninban gonna go get that bottle. We see a big 20 there in the brewery for Walter. Of course, there are 2 bows in the item pool for in hard mode, but only the first one counts as a bow. When you pick up the second one, it turns into a green 20. Same with swords. There are 4 swords in the pool, but the 4th one turns into a green 20 as soon as you pick up the tempered sword. Ninban gets his bottle and is walking back towards his portal. We'll see if he goes directly into Sick Kid, and yeah, he's going to scoop around there and get his green 20 off of Sick Kid.
Yeah, we can see the runners are like head on head here doing the same checks.
Yeah, with that fire rod, we've got Armos Knights in Logic. So that's one thing we could see our runners do, the fire rod and the bow. Pod is full clearable, although some of it is not in Logic without the lamp. Plenty to do here.
Yeah, and let's see how hyped that hype cave is.
Oh yeah, there's always that too. I mean, like, how hyped can it possibly be, considering all the stuff that we've got in CAC there? Walter wants no part of the OK Boomerang there in Cave 45. Yeah, Walter has a very short lead after they've done all of the same checks, due Largely, I think, to Ninban's wasted time there on the dig game, and there are the mitts from Stumpy. Good lord. Walter not is continuing on east towards Hype Cave. I thought maybe he'd consider turning around and rushing the Smith chain here. You can do 3/4 of it. Ninban also is putting that off in favor of Hype Cave and maybe a dip over into Pod. But yeah, with all of these items so early, what are we going to be looking for 45 minutes later in the seed?
Well, we all know it. It's gonna be the ice rod.
Of course. And 0, well, we'll give a 1 out of 10 for the Swagnet there in Hype Cave.
Yeah, that was a bad Hype Cave, but well, we have gotten a lot of items.
Walter headed directly over to Pod. Ninban also staying in the Dark World.
Yeah, and Pod is a great play here with that mirror and fire rod, and of course the bow, and you can just full clear it.
Ninban is going to take a small detour here and is going to check some of these flipper checks, including headed over there in the Dark World. First going to check Mini Moldorm Cave. I like this. And then headed over there in the Dark World, presumably to blind check the Lake Hylia Island and maybe do some more of those the checks here. And hey, you know what? If you wanted to, Pendant Ice is fully in logic. Minus some hookshot shenanigans, but rush Pendant Ice if you really want to.
Yeah, it's a nice dungeon, and with that Cane of Samaria, you can do the Icebreaker as well. So it could be quite fast to check it, actually.
Yeah, Mini Moldorm Cave, just the full heart container there. Oh, Ninban is jumping into the water, not going to blind check the Lake Hylia Island. We'll see if that gamble pays off. It does. It's just a piece of heart. And Ninban, on the other hand, headed over towards the eastern area in the Light World. Stopping in for a nice cup of tea. You don't see this very often in Rando.
No, but with that little hearts and this early in the game, I'm understandable that it takes it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All right, he is gonna go to Pod first. That with the hammer with the mirror, I think is the right play here.
Yeah, and with the mirror, you can also just mirror over and do Eastern after. We see Walter just had a lot of keys and compass, but there is 4 out of 6 chests that has small keys here in the start of Pod.
Looks like Ninban is going to take a brief detour here to check Sahasrala's closet on the way into Pod. Makes sense that our runners are rushing Pod here. Pod, of course, being the second of our 256 crystals. There's Tempered Sword. So both of our runners are going to be on Tempered Sword here, and that poor lonely sword on Bumper Ledge is going to be a green 20.
Yeah, and Walter picking up that first item in Pod, it was only 10 bombs.
The Uncle Bombs. Walter using that Cane of Samaria to flip the switch here. Tempered Sword doesn't make a huge difference against Helma. You know, a little bit of a time save, but Walter's gonna check Saha's closet after Eastern Palace, I would imagine, and putting off the Tempered Sword for that little bit of a time isn't really going to end up hurting him, I think.
No, it's not gonna be too much of a time loss.
All right, 3 keys in the basement. That means we have an item or something that's not a key, at least in Harmless Hellway.
Yeah, and Walter is gonna go into the Dark Maze here with only 2 hearts. That could be a bit tricky.
Does have a red potion in that bottle from the race game.
I actually think he used that when he was in Thieves Town.
Oh, did he? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, this is a little yikes then. There's our big key.
Yeah, so Pod is off logic here without that lamp.
Walter, pro gamer, gets a heart container in the dark maze, safely makes his way to the big chest.
Yeah, that was a clean Dark Maze. And I think Helma is gonna hold our last item.
I believe so. Walter just did a really small thing that I want to point out there. Walter had his sword out to navigate through the dark maze, and rather than letting it go, releasing his spin, he opened the big chest with his sword out and then mirrored and released the B button while in the mirror transition, thereby saving himself the time it takes to release the spin. That's a really small transition. That's a really small time save, but it is a heads-up time save, and props to Walter for showing me that. I never thought to do that in that particular situation.
Yeah, just wow. Yeah, I like the chat are saying every second counts.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's free time save right there. I'm gonna do that every time now. Yeah, shoutouts to Philian for that.
And Walter is gonna be a little bit easier here in the back with that fire rod to take care of those turtles.
Walter getting bullied around by the turtles a little bit. Has to use a second fire rod shot, but these guys dropped a full magic, so he's got plenty of magic to do that.
Yeah, but it's only on 4 hearts. Hopefully he gets some more hearts here on the turtles, because he can't take too many hits on Helma here.
Yep, this is pretty close to an NMG Helma fight. It actually might be an NMG Helma fight with these few hearts, Green Mail, Master Sword. Ooh, takes a hit from a fireball. Nimban sets up a hammer yump here. Good fight by Walter.
Nice.
Ninban still needs the big key. And there was that item on helmet, just 50 rupees. But there's our other 5-6 crystal. So Pyramid Fairy opened just past 30 minutes into the seat.
Oh, wow. What a start. Let's see if Walter is gonna do it after Eastern here.
Yeah, I could see him. That would require. I guess, you know. Do you walk out a pod? No. I guess what you do there is you finish Eastern. You do Saha's Closet. You save and quit back to Link's house, and then go from there to the swamp portal and go to Pyramid Ferry. That's probably faster than walking out of pod all the way back to the bomb shop. I don't know. That could be close.
But we can also see a mountain play. We don't have it in logic, but we can sequence break it up the mountain and full clear Hera.
Yeah, that's a good call. In fact, we can full clear most of what's on the mountain. Full clear Hera, which is a crystal, and then you've also you can do Super Bunny Cave. You can check the TR medallion. You can do Spike Cave if you wanted. The only things that you can't do are Hookshot Cave, of course, Turtle Rock, and without a medallion, and the Ether Tablet, of course.
Yeah, there's a lot of checks, so it can be a great play. But like the chat is pointing out, Walter haven't done South Shore yet, so he might go there for a lot of checks as well.
Yeah, that's possible. I think I like the mirror play better. If there's our hook shot, now you definitely go up the mountain. Even it's a sequence break, but with that hook shot, you can basically full clear the mountain, with the exception of Ether Tablet, and you know, just assume that the lamp is down in Ice Rod Cave or something like that. Hell, you know, we could go do Swamp right now before heading up the mountain if we wanted to.
Yeah, that's another dungeon we can full clear. And that's not too bad.
Yeah. This seed's pretty jet. Not gonna lie. Yeah, so now our questions become, where is the ice rod, and where are those medallions that we're gonna need to get into Turtle Rock and Misery Mire?
Yeah, and of course it's gonna be interesting to see where that flute is, of course, just to see if we have access the right way up the mountain, and of course the Mire area.
Yeah, we are gonna need that flute. You know, it ends up being a gamble. Nimban down to 1 heart, able to take down Helmasaur a little bit easier than Walter with that Tempered Sword. Nice job. At this point, if your runners are probably thinking, okay, somewhere down on the South Shore, Ice Rod Cave area, or Agina, we're gonna find a lamp or the flute, right? And or it could be all through the Zora area too. All that is in logic with those flippers as well. You know, do you hope it's the lamp and skip it entirely, or do you check it thinking that it's the flute?
Yeah, I'm guessing it's actually gonna do maybe Swamp and then go up the mountain if you don't find the flute or that lamp, because if flute's up there, they don't need the lamp to clear this game.
Yeah, I'm always gonna, you know, the lamp turns up, great. But if it doesn't, that's totally fine at this level of play. Walter doing a nice job timing those arrow hits to get a lot of shots in before the Armos Knights start moving. And there's Crystal number 3 in the 37th minute.
Yeah, what a great game 1 this is.
Absolutely. You could not ask for a more hype start to the brackets than this.
I also like Walter using that bomb to hold it up just to don't go into the portal.
Yeah, it's always a nice little trick when you see it. So we are going to see Walter save and quit out of here, presumably. And we will see what is on his mind. Is it Swamp? Is it Pyramid Fairy? Is it the mountain? Well, it's not the mountain.
Yeah, looks like a Swamp play to me.
Yeah, I would think that this is Swamp, then perhaps followed by Pyramid Fairy. Oh, he's gonna do mini Moldorm Cave first, and and the dam. We haven't even done the dam. The mythical dam check, like do the dam checks when you open up Swamp Palace. You love that.
Yeah, that is really nice. You don't see that too often.
No, but it's always the dream. Now, of course, Ninban's already done mini Moldorm Cave, which makes this trip a little, or this route a little less appealing to him. Only by a little bit, though.
Yeah, now I think Walter is gonna go to Swamp. And
yeah, he's got the hammer out.
Chat pointed out earlier that they think that Flute is gonna be in there, and I think it's gonna be a great possibility. It could be there.
Yeah, lots of stuff could be in Swamp. I'm guessing that nothing is in Swamp. I think that it's a big ol' red herring.
We're just gonna wait and see here. We're soon gonna find out.
All right, Walter did his first Swamp Mirror at 39:04.
Yeah, we see Ninban is just gonna go to Swamp here as well, following Walter.
So Ninman's going to be about 45 seconds or so behind Walter at this point.
Yeah, a really close race after 40 minutes of play.
Yeah, you love to see this a race this close, this late into the seed. First chest in Swamp is just the compass. At this point, you do you do left side Swamp, I guess. If you're gonna do left side Swamp, I think you do it first, because of the because of being able to use Diver down here. I think you probably do it. I'd probably do it.
Yeah, they have a lot of items still they need, so they definitely do it. And seeing that compass in that first chest, we know it's gonna be something.
Yep. Got that dungeon item in the first chest. There's at least one item, or at the very least the big key leading to an item over on the left side.
Yeah, so I think it's gonna be quite a big chance that both players are doing left side. But if they take a chance, they will earn a lot of time if it's nothing on the left side.
Yeah, that could definitely. It's always a gamble doing that. It is, if you're going to be able to diver down, it is faster to do it on the first trip through. But we shall see. Walter pulls 10 arrows out of the second chest there. And is going to do diver down and do the left side.
Yeah, let's see if Ninban is gonna do the same here.
So if you're new to Diver Down, we leave a bomb there. We transition screens as the bomb is about to explode. And then we do this little thing with the Cane of Samaria. Not that, a little bit more here to wedge ourselves and clip through this rail. Confuse the game about what layer we're on. We can go get the pot key from here. The switch hits, and we're good to go.
Yeah, we also need that switch to flip just to get one of the items here on the left side.
Yeah, nobody wants to do Swamp Palace the vanilla way.
Yeah, that's take a lot of time. And we see Ninban doing the same thing here.
Picked up a little bit of time there. There's our big key.
Oh, that's nice. Then we can full clear swamp here in the first entrance.
Yep. And an item over there. Even if the item is nothing, I do like seeing an item on the left side because then I know that if I had skipped it, there would still be items in here, and I would be forced with that decision.
Yeah, that could haunt you the rest of the way if you don't do it right away.
There you go. 3 more bombs. So far, nothing in Swamp Palace.
Yeah, left side had nothing.
More bombs. And 20 bucks. So that's 5 items. If I'm counting correctly. Yeah, 5 items. And there's our 6th.
Oh my god, just a lot of bombs in here.
15 bombs and 10 arrows in Swamp Palace.
So, where do we take those bombs?
I think you have to go up the mountain here.
Or are those bombs a hint to do that big red bomb?
Oh yeah, I guess you do. Yeah, you do Pyramid Fairy first, but then you go up the mountain.
And our runners are gonna be having a little more easy time here with that tempered sword.
Nice quick kill there by Walter in phase 2. We get the map from Argus, and that's crystal number 4. 45 minutes.
Yeah, let's see, it's gonna be a pyramid play here.
Walter is going to do these Zora checks first, it looks like. Maybe Ice Rod, or maybe Ice Rod Cave, maybe Ice Palace. That would seem weird to me, but...
Yeah, we have a lot of checks up on the mountain, so I'm guessing not.
Ninban is about 46 seconds behind Walter at this point. And
Yeah,
Walter's...
but,
Go ahead, sorry.
I was gonna say that Ninban did that check, so they have done like the same checks there as well.
Yep, and here's our a little bit of divergence here. Walter seems to be committing to these flipper checks and leaving Pyramid Fairy for later. Ninban is rushing Pyramid Fairy. On the other hand, Hobo just has a piece of heart, and Walter saves and quits.
Yeah, this could be a great play from Ninban actually. Let's see if the pyramids hold something for us.
And Walter is going to make his way up the mountain here. As we were thinking, again, this is all, as far as we know, out of logic without the lamp or the flute. Skipping Pyramid Fairy entirely, we're going to see if that pays off.
But the Pyramid Fairy is also out of logic here, so they're both doing stuff out of logic.
That is true. That is a good point. I forgot about that. Helmosaur is still out of logic without that, as far as we know, without the lamp.
Yeah.
Nothing on the Pyramid Ledge. Ninban heads into Pyramid Fairy. What do we have from the Fat Fairy here? 20 bucks and a piece of heart. Walter saving some time, putting off Pyramid Fairy. Ninban gets debated by the early accessible 5-6 crystals. And headed somewhere else, walking out of the Pyramid Fairy, wants to do Catfish, looks like, and a mirror over to Zora.
Yeah, but I like that play, just to get all those checks out of the way.
Yeah, isolating Hobo quite a bit, Ninban is, but not going to hurt him. That was just a piece of heart. The first of our medallions up there on Spectacle Rock. Did not see which one it was.
It was Ether.
Ether. Is that French vanilla ether? Right next to the tablet?
Yeah.
Catfish just with bombs today. Ninban in the Waterfall Fairy, $20 and $20.
Yeah, so far Sora I have nothing.
I did not see what was in the basement cave of Hera. I was looking at Ninban. Nothing on the ledge there for Ninban as Walter sets up a Hera pot. The big key was in the basement. Okay, so that makes sense. Then there we got the small key on the in the platform chest here. We're gonna hope that we do not have to go down to the basement.
Yeah, it's just a long check.
What does King Zora have for us today? It is 20 rupees. And seems like Walter made the right call, skipping all those flippers checks. We'll see if he can commit to that play. So Walter very carefully walks into that pit.
And he's skipping out on that big chest. I'm guessing he don't have the big key, or...
Well, no, the big key was in... I thought the chat said that the big key was... Oh, maybe he doesn't have the big key. All right, so I thought chat said that the big key was in the basement cage, but looks like the big key is in the basement.
Nice modern fight there.
And our second item in Hera is in the big chest.
Oh, let's see if he's gonna do it, or perhaps check all of the right side of the mountain first.
I think you skip the Hera big chest here.
Yeah.
Yep, and so does Walter. Ninban making his way up to the mountain, gonna follow Walter up there, having done those slipper checks. Yeah, gonna be interesting to see whether Walter is able to avoid doing those slippers checks and pick up some time on Ninban.
And it's really nice to have that mirror here, just so you can route the mountain really good.
Yeah, really nice to have that. Even though we have to take this slow, long walk down Spiral Cave.
Yeah, and we see Walter going into the dark world here and mirroring over, I guess, just to check Paradox first and then go back into...
Yeah, exactly. This way you get to skip doing the Paradox Cave bomb jump. Nice way around this for sure. Ninban is headed directly over to the eastern side of Death Mountain, skipping out Hera. There's our lamp, so that means that the flute is available somewhere, probably either going to be in
Gonna be in Nagina, in Ice Rod Cave, could be in Ice Palace, I believe, could also be in the back of Skull Woods.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
Could be on Smith Chain as well. But yeah, now I wouldn't be surprised once this mountain trip is done. Our runners are gonna. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to find that. They're gonna be trying to find that flute, which they know it not being up here on the mountain significantly limits the number of places it can be.
Yeah, and if we find that Ice Rod and if Turtle Rock is ether locked, it could be that we see an early Turtle Rock play here as well.
Yeah, entirely possible. There's a shield on the floating island. We will not be getting that. The runners synced up a little bit in Hookshot Cave. Of course, Walter is up a crystal, has done Hera, which Ninban has not done yet.
Yeah, if we don't find anything special here, it could be that Nimban is full clearing Hera.
Yeah, nothing in Hookshot Cave. So the mountain, other than the lamp, just empty. And Turtle Rock is Ether. Walter is going to open it up. Ninban can't, because Ether is over on Spectacle Rock, but he'll find the key under the mat, as it were, pretty quickly.
Well, is Walter gonna go into Turtle Rock here?
That's a big gamble. You open it up for sure. Without the flute, though, and knowing if Walter's paying attention, he knows that that flute can't be in here. If the ice rod is in here, it's big. And he is going in.
Well, I like just to check the start at least. You get like one item that you need to do anyway. Well, potentially one item.
That's actually a good question in chat. Do you pronounce the H in his name? I'm going to ask you because you know him better than I do.
Oh, I don't really know. I just say
All
Walter. Yeah,
Walter.
Yeah.
We'll go with Walter for now.
I mean, he's Swedish, so you could say Walter.
People are saying with the H. So, I don't know. We'll find out. You pronounce the H unless you have a Swedish accent. Okay. Oh no, and Ninban getting 5-hold. Dropping 2 levels.
Yeah, that's just mean. And we see Walter actually going a bit more further in here.
Yeah, really hoping for the ice rod in here. Maybe the boots or the book. Another the Misery Mire medallion, but we do know we do need the flute, and the flute cannot be in here because the flute is going to be our logical access to Death Mountain since we found the lamp in Paradox Cave. I suppose you can always go into TR,
and then if you have a bunch of places where the flute can be or has to be at one of those places, try to save the portal for as long as you can. Maybe you find the ice rod while you're looking for the flute. I don't know. Seems aggressive.
Yeah, I have a lot of checks left, so that could be a bit hard, just to skip out to save the portal.
Both of our runners did skip the Hera big chest. There is an item in there.
Well, we know it's not the flute.
Oh, here's another check that could have the flute. Spike Cave.
No, it can't have the flute, actually.
Oh, no, it can't. Well, I'm a dummy. Yeah.
But something special could be here. Gonna get a check on Mimic Cave here also.
Just 50 rupees in Spike Cave, and Ninban is not going to go into TR. Makes sense given the way that he routed this, and is on a flute hunt.
Yeah, let's see if this pays out for Walter. Just a piece of heart there in the Mimic Cave.
Ninban jumping into Pendant Ice Palace.
Oh, that's a big play.
Yeah, you love to see it.
Yeah, so Walter is doing Ice Rodless Turtle Rock, and Ninban is going into Pendant Ice here.
Yeah, we'll see if either of these plays pays off. So far, it's been a big waste of time for Walter. Though, I will say, if the Ice Rod shows up in here, that is a big, big advantage for Walter.
Yeah, it could take some time before Ninban is going back there if you don't find the Ice Rod.
Well, rule of fire, if you've got the Fire Rod and you don't have Bombos, Bombos is in Ice Palace, and vice versa.
Yeah, and Bombos could be needed for Meyer.
Very well could be. All right, moment of truth for Walter. On Laser Bridge, we have a piece of heart. The compass. There's the flute in Ice Palace, a big 20 in the third chest, and the map, no Ice Rod. That is unfortunate for Walter. He saves and quits.
Yeah, wow. But Ninban read that game really good, knowing that the flute could very potentially be here in Ice Palace.
Yep. Walter now headed to do Pyramid Fairy here. And there's our third item already in Ice Palace, the bottle, and Ninban is out.
And that was a quick ice play.
Yeah, and you have to think here, Walter is doing Pyramid Fairy, you have to think that he's going to combo this up into Catfish and Zora area and do a bunch of checks that Ninban already has, making this race all of a sudden significantly closer than it was a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, this looks good for Ninban. The question is now where Walter is gonna go after those Zora checks.
Yeah, and for his sake, better hope it's Ice Palace.
Yeah, I hope that too. It's always fun if the runners are kind of equal into GT.
Walter taking the big bomb, even for a little bit longer of a walk over to check that pyramid item. Never seen anybody do that. Usually drop the bomb. It's weird. But, okay.
Yeah, we got a quick check there on Desert Ledge, nothing. And as suspected, we have Walter going up to Catfish now.
Yep, and we do see Ether is the Mire the medallion for Misery Mire. So we are in a good old-fashioned ice rod hunt, folks.
Yeah, you'll love to see that. But it could very potentially be here in Mr. Meyer.
Of course, on the other hand, ice rod can always be on the pedestal.
Yeah, that's true.
And then sometimes, like in my last Challenge Cup match, it's on the Ether tablet with the book in Mimic Cave, and you don't have the mirror when you go in there. But you know,
Oh, wow.
yeah, no, it's not great. Nobody wants to hear about me losing at Rando. We want to see Ninban and Walter win and lose at Rando, though.
We can also get a late check on Lumberjack. Could be something there as well.
Yep, neither of our runners has checked that yet. A lot of runners put that off until they find the boots.
Yeah, it could be Vanilla Ice Rod as well.
Ice Rod can always be on Ped if TR is a crystal. Thank you, pedants in chat. Ninban rushing Vitreous here.
Yeah, it's only Ice Rod away from go mode, so if Vitreous is holding that Ice Rod, this is a great play. Where will Walter go from here?
We shall see here. Going to Link's house.
Looks good.
Walter did not. Neither of our runners has checked Ice Rod Cave. Walter did go after Swamp, did head over and hopped into the water, but just checked the floating island in Hobo. And Walter is making the play that he needs to, and headed into Pendant Ice Palace. Will be rewarded with that flute.
Yeah, that's really good for him and for the game.
Ninban hits the switch, then immediately realizes that he didn't need to hit the switch and hits it again.
Yeah, that's just built in. Yeah, all items in Ice Palace is found by Ninban.
Nice bootsless spooky action glitch there by Ninban. You can use the fire rod to trigger it just like you can Boots Dust. Really nice phase 1 of Vitreous there from Ninban.
Yeah, wow, what a boss fight.
And just the map from Vitreous. So crystal number 6 there from the big eyeball.
Yeah, only that Ice Rod away then.
And Ninban is heading in and back into Mire. Still both items to find out of here. We had a God Mire, and so Ninban rushed Vitreous, but with 2 items still in here, is going to commit to a double dip.
Walter get that flute after doing a nice icebreaker.
Yep, is going to continue on. I was about to wonder whether Walter would nope out after finding the flute, but is at least continuing on here.
I'm guessing he's gonna save and quit after he finds the last item here.
Oh, and there's our ice rod at Misery Mire at 1 hour and 7 minutes and 40 some odd seconds. Ninban is our first runner to enter Go mode.
Yeah, that was fast. And he got actually a bit had a bit of luck there in the routing decision, finding that Ether medallion late.
And as Chad is pointing out, Ever the Pedants, of course, Ninban is, there's a 21 out of 22 chance that Ninban is in Go mode. That big key, the Gans Tower big key could always be on the torch, requiring us to go find the dang boots somewhere.
Oh yeah, that's true. And chat hoping for boots on ped.
Chat's mean. Why are you so mean, chat? Because Ninban deserves it? Okay, that's fair. Walter sees, oh, he's going to get the full magic drop there. That's smart, headed into Misery Mire. I thought he was going to see that ether and say, nah, we'll skip Mire Shed. But without the ice rod, that wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. All right, Ninban gets to... Go ahead, sorry.
I just was following up on your question that it's good to check that shed before going into Mire.
Yeah, if you're looking for the ice rod still, that way you know you get to Go mode Mire. We'll see if Walter does the same thing that Ninban does in Rush Viti, or if he continues on and checks items before going to Vitreous, even though it's a Godmire. Would save a little bit of time if he did that, I think. Be pretty close. Yeah. And just to confirm, there is still one more item in Misery Mire that Ninban did not get. But at this point, if you're rooting for Walter in this game, you're rooting for the boots to show up here in the second item in Mire, and for the big key to be on the torch. Otherwise, Ninban, I think, has this one. It's Ninban's race to lose, certainly.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I just want to point out that this has been so far a really fun race. And if you haven't already, you should really follow these runners and just show your support. And I'm really looking forward to the next game already. Walter did go for the boss right away here.
Yeah, and now defensible to Rush Viti. You better hope for his sake he goes back in, because otherwise he's not going to finish this seed.
Yeah, well, 2 items left in Mire, so I'm guessing he's gonna go back in.
Ninban took a couple hits there, having a little bit of trouble in his Poke Room, but able to kind of powder a fairy on the fly.
Some nice spooky action there from Walter. Oh, what a nice vicious fight here from Walter.
And Ninban even has a key, so he will skip out on Laser Bridge entirely.
Yeah, that would be quite the time save as well.
Well, I mean, a small time save compared to double dipping the dungeon, or double full clearing it. Walter
Yeah, of course.
is headed back into Misery Mire, will get that ice rod.
Yeah, and soon we're gonna find out if GT, if you need that boots as well.
Really nice of the ice head to lunge down there so close to Ninban as he was headed right over to kill it. All right, and with Trinex down, that is 7 crystals at the 1 hour and 14-minute mark for Ninban. You can predict with channel points in the chat where that Gannis Tower big key is going to be, odds or evens. What do you think, Fox?
Well, I'm kind of hoping for that number 3 spot.
Or number 1, yeah, right on the torch. So odds, I guess, in that case.
Yeah. What do you think?
My goat. I'm also rooting for the key on the torch, just because I want Walter to be in this. But my usual guess is 10, so I'll go with 10. And evens, naturally.
Yeah, soon we'll know. And if we see that it's gonna be boots locked, I think he's gonna check all of GT before going anywhere else.
Oh, absolutely. You definitely full clear the basement. If it is boots locked, Ninban is headed left to begin with. Want to get that information right away. Is Ninban in go mode? Yes, he is. Just a big 20 on the torch. And Ninban is in go mode officially at this point.
Yeah, Walter did a gamble there, hoping to find Ice Rod in Turtle Rock. It didn't pay out, and therefore he have to do Turtle Rock here one more time.
Yeah, and that ended up, unfortunately, for him being the difference in this race.
Yeah, otherwise it's kind of linear, so the runners have done kind of the same stuff all of the race.
All right, up through Hope Room and no key, so that is 7 checks. Yeah, with that magic cape, Ninban can go get that green 20 on Bumper Ledge. I'm surprised he didn't do that.
Run, Ninban, run!
Had to use a couple extra Samaria shots there. Number 8 is a big 20. Number 9 is Quake. Number 10, Blue Rupee number 11 is 3 bombs.
Yeah, wow. Could this be a tile room?
Always possible.
And it's also gonna be interesting if it's gonna be that, and if Walter is gonna feel behind because he did Turtle Rock twice. Would he take a gamble and check it?
Ah, man. You know, I don't know that I can endorse that idea. It would certainly make for an entertaining and exciting race in this case. But hard to see it. Check number 12 for Ninban is a red 20 in the firebar room. No boomerangs, so no boomerang strats here. Rip. Number 13, a small key. We head into Rando room. Chance of tile room rising.
Yeah, 4-6 coming up.
$14 is the map, 15 is half magic, nice find, 16 is a full heart container, and 17 is a blue goo. That was a safety room here today.
Yeah, really nice to find that half magic.
Half magic, a blue potion, and sank heart. In random.
Wow.
That's great. As Walther takes down Trinex.
Yeah, he's gonna go do that search soon as well.
Yeah, looking like if Walther gambles tile room, it could work out. Ninban, unfortunately, taking a fall there. Ninban, please.
It's a bit more tricky than doing it with the boots.
You gotta just kill these guys and not just freeze them.
Yeah, you have to be mad at them now.
All right, what do you say? 4th time's the charm. That's the saying. I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh. That's mean. This is probably pretty tilting from Ninban. But this is not great. There we go. 5th time's the charm. I'm sorry, Ninban, if you're watching this back. There are the boots in Bob's chest.
Oh, wow. Walter is skipping out on tile room.
Numbers 19, 20, and 21 coming up here behind Ice Armos. 19, a big 20. 20 is small key. 21, your big key. So close. Now, if Walther goes full right here and goes all the way to Ice Armos, he makes up significant time. But I don't think that he's going to do that.
Now, you already bring up that mirror, so I'm guessing he's gonna go do that.
There it is. So, unfortunately, that is not going to work out for Walther.
No, but he saved, I guess, like a minute there with the 4 falls, or was it 3 falls?
It was 4 falls.
But I'm guessing going up here in GT, knowing that the other guy hasn't finished yet, you can feel a bit stressed, and if you fall once, it's easy to fall one more time.
Absolutely. Ninban gonna take a second and get some fairies here. And that's how you know Ninban feels ahead.
Yeah, he had routed really well, and his execution has been really good. So yeah, I understand that he feels a bit ahead here.
I mean, Ninban just fell 4 times in the invisible maze in GT. I don't know that you can say that his execution's been good per se, but he certainly routed this seat correctly.
Well, an execution, I'm guessing, up to that point.
Up to that point, yeah. There have been there was some talk in chat earlier about whether Ninban feels good about his execution. I do think there have been a couple times where he has kind of missed something a little bit odd, or done something. He had all that lost time at the race game, for instance. But I think overall, Ninban certainly feels, I think, better about his routing than he does about his execution in this race. But the routing is going to carry it, as it often does in Rando. And you know what? If I was going to fall 4 times in the late game, I would rather it be in that invisible maze room than in the Ganon fight. So.
Yeah, that's a given.
Great question in chat. If you're new, routing, when we talk about routing in Rando, we talk about what order we decide to go and check things in. There are a lot of choices that you have to make throughout a randomizer seed, and you don't always have the best, all the information that you want to make those decisions. And so the idea is that, making sure that you are making those decisions correctly and in the best possible order that's what we talk about when we talk about routing.
Yeah, and we saw Walter picking up those boots as well, and soon gonna get that big key to just head on up to Ganon as well.
Ninban fake powders. You love to see it.
Walter is starting his climb as Ninban is going up into Aga 2 fight soon. Bit of a hard lineup there for Aga. I think that's 4.
Yep, there you go. That is Aga 2 down, and Ninban is headed to the fight with Ganon. No 1-1 for Ninban. But into phase 2 without too much trouble.
Using that hook shot really well.
And right into phase 3 we go.
A lot of jumps there from Ganon.
Yeah, very rude. Ganon, please. Nice 2 quick silverless hits there on the first cycle there. Gets Torch Glitch with the Fire Rod. That's 4 spins. You need 12 without the silvers.
Getting a nice triple there.
Yeah, to get triples, you want to light the torch as Ganon is landing on either the top or the bottom. And there it is, a really, really good silverless Ganon fight. Get your GGs in chat for Ninban, who is going to take game 1 of this series. And Ninban crosses the bridge, finishing in first place with an official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 28 minutes, and 27 seconds. So GG's to Ninban. Walther hot on his heels, headed into the AGA 2 fight here momentarily.
Yeah, wow, this has actually been a really close game, and the only big difference was that Walter took a chance and did that turtle rock play without an ice rock.
We are going to be joined by Ninban here right now, so in the booth with us. So GG's Ninban, well done.
Thank you. GG's to Walter.
Walter is in his AGA 2 fight right now, and then he'll be dropping into the Ganon fight shortly. But before that Ganon fight, Ninban, how do your general impressions about the seed?
It was pretty linear. The highlight moment I have from the seed is before going to Death Mountain. I was thinking to myself, I don't want to go fetch the lamp in Ice Palace. After I get the lamp on Death Mountain, I'm just, okay, I'm gonna go get the flute in Ice Palace instead.
And there it was, yep.
Yeah, that was my highlight. Other than that, my outing was pretty efficient, I think, doing the Village of Outcast at the same time as Kakariko. And
yeah, always fun.
fetching the mirror there was great. And then after that, it was just a linear path to Pod and Eastern, and then Mountain. And after that, the flute. So yeah.
All right, Walter does get the 1-1 here, going with dash strats to get through phase 2 of Ganon.
Nice.
With the lamp out, make sure he gets torch glitch. Of course, the Ganon fight, the random pattern of the warps is seeded. So Walther and Ninban, as long as they got the hits on the same cycles, they would get the same pattern of warps.
Yeah, Walter getting in some nice triples here.
All right, just a few more hits here. And there it is. That's 12 spins. Get your GGs in chat for a Walther taking down Ganon. And Walther dashes across the bridge to finish in second place with an official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 32 minutes, and 15 seconds. So GG's to Walther. We're going to see, we should be able to get Walther in for an interview as well here in just a minute. And we are joined on the line by a Walther. GG's, Walther.
Yo, GG's. Big GG's to the Ninban.
GG's, Walter.
So, Walther, before we do have some questions for both of you, but before we get to those questions, your kind of general feeling about the seed.
It wasn't too bad. We talked a little bit about the race in the race room, and like going into Dark World right after Kakariko or mid Kakariko was really nice. Just like you just got like almost everything right away.
Yeah, always a nice setup there. The race really turned on Walther. Unfortunately for you, with that kind of empty TR dip, Ninban avoided being so clearly presented with that choice to dip the TR without the ice rod by routing Death Mountain the other way, and so finding Ether on Spectacle Rock after doing the east side of Death Mountain. So I'd like to ask you both kind of about that situation. Walther, what was your thought process in going into to dipping TR there?
Yeah, I don't know. I was a little bit greedy to go in there at that point with so much still open, and it definitely ended up being too greedy. But I don't know. I felt like everything was just on the way, so I was like just hoping that was going to continue, I guess.
Yeah, and then that makes total sense. You were right there. You already had Ether. And then Ninban, were you at all tempted to go back there once you found that Ether medallion over on Spectacle Rock?
Not at all, because I knew I was out of logic, and I needed the flute anyway. So I kind of just went, yeah, I'm gonna go find the flute, and then expect the ice rod to be somewhere in Mire or around Mire, and that's what it was.
Yeah, I was definitely close to not jumping in just because I knew at least Flute couldn't be in there. But Ice Road, and it could have still been like at that point we only had one medallion, so we could have still needed like another medallion as well.
Yeah, and then both of you, when you kind of gotten through everything, you kind of swapped orders on Death Mountain and the Zora checks and whatnot, but then both of you beelined it to Ice Palace when you were looking for the flute. Why Ice Palace over, say, the Smith Chain, or using the well, you didn't have the flute to make Agina or Ice Rod Cave a quick check, but why Ice Palace there?
3 quick checks, and it seems like a big dungeon, but it's not really that long to traverse.
Yeah.
Certainly
Yeah.
not with the cane, yeah.
Yeah, and we also got like everything for Ice Palace quite early. I think like everything was like in Sphere 1 and 2. So Ice Palace was like open super early. Swamp was also empty, so like there was nothing the flippers led to at all.
Yeah, absolutely. So Ninban up a game. Walther, you already thinking about gonna change anything up? Not that you necessarily want to say it in front of Ninban, but how are you feeling headed into a potential game 2, or not a potential game 2, an actual game 2?
I don't know. I'm just gonna try and do my best. Hopefully that will be enough. If not, then Nimban gets to advance, so that's not a bad consolation prize if that happens.
All right. Fox, do you have any questions for these two?
No, it was a really fun play all throughout, and like Nidmite said, it was kind of linear, and the only like divergence they did was that Walter shicked the TR, unfortunately for him. But otherwise, I thought it was a fun race to watch, and I'm really looking forward to game 2.
Yeah, game 2 is on Saturday at noon Eastern, 12 p.m. And we'll have maybe game 3 after that, doubleheader.
Ooh, so game 2 and a potential game 3 on the schedule for Saturday at noon Eastern. So make sure you check the schedule to see when and where that will be restreamed. If you want more randomizer action today, SpeedGaming is happy to provide. Going on right now over on one of the
doesn't say which channel it's on, but you've got Scion T versus Goomba going on right now. Later on in about 20 minutes over on SpeedGaming 3, we will be kicking off Fear Agent versus Shiva Haze, and then immediately following that on SpeedGaming 3, we have it's a double header. We got Fear Agent versus Shiva Haze games 1 and 2 tonight over on SpeedGaming 3. Coming up here next on the mothership on SpeedGaming 1, we have some Super Mario Bros. 3 randomizer coming up here at 7. So once again, GG's to both of you, Ninban and Walter. This is a great race, great way to kick off brackets, and looking forward to game 2.
Yeah, GG's. Good luck in the next one, Nimban, and thanks for doing the comps and the tracking.
Yeah, same. Thanks everyone, and good luck for Saturday, Walter.
Yep, good luck to both of you on Saturday. Thank you once again to Bandman25, our tracker, for pushing all of the buttons. There were a lot of buttons to push really quickly early on. Nice job with that. And Swedish Arctic Fox, your SpeedGaming debut, how did you find it?
Yeah, I was joined by you, Tyler, so that's I'm really thankful for. It was really fun to be here on SpeedGaming and to watch this game and just kick off the brackets. It was amazing.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun as well. Make sure you give our runners a follow. Their handles are in chat, Ninban and Walter the Fourth. And you can give the comms and tracking team a follow if you want to. That's fine as well. Stick around here on this channel once again for Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer. We got plenty of other Link to the Past tournament action on the SpeedGaming family of channels. Thanks everyone for spending part of your Tuesday with us, and enjoy the rest of your day.